This morning on DC News Now, a surprising cancer diagnosis, what we know about former President Biden's condition. Sunny and breezy to start the work week. Meteorologist Jackie Layer is tracking highs in the mid-70s. Plane crash in the Potomac. How Maryland police rescued the pilot from the water. Making metro travel more convenient.
I'm with anything that's going to be fast.
Passengers sharing thoughts on a new payment system. Woo at the zoo. This chirping noise signaling a relationship status update between the pandas at the National Zoo.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, and thanks for starting our Monday with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And good morning. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. I'll check your roads in just a bit, but first we need to check the weather, which is most important to start off your week.
Yeah.
Meteorologist Jackie Layer, of course, she always has us covered, and you've been giving us some good weather.
I know we had really nice weather over the weekend, so that is good news too. But we're also looking at really good news for the start of the work week today. Really nice. Talking about those temperatures, at least right now, though, starting off into those 50s to low 60s out there this morning. Just a little bit after sunrise. Right now, 62 in DC. We're seeing those upper 50s off towards the north towards Hagerstown, lower 50s though for Winchester and Martinsburg, but overall a little bit cooler than yesterday morning, running about 5, closer to 15 degrees cooler than yesterday morning, and we are comfortable. Those dew points on the lower side of things, and we'll continue to see the comfortable conditions over the course of the next several days, so that's something to look forward to. Also looking forward to ample amounts of sunshine out there for the day today as high temperatures will climb back in those mid to upper 70s later on this afternoon. Right around 3 p.m. we still have those clear skies with us. We'll be a bit breezy at times with those winds out of the north and west. But overall, a nice start to the week today. Tomorrow we'll see increasing cloud cover and then a chance for some more showers in the forecast later on tomorrow. And then we're looking at a wet Wednesday ahead. I'll have more details on that coming up in just a few minutes. But Shanika, let's lay us on those roadways this morning.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Well, let's head out to Prince George's County now, where we have this one problem. You can see it right here. This is on the inner loop side. It looks like traffic now is bottlenecking to the right to get by this one situation here right near 193. This crash here, it looks like it's taking at least 2 to 3 lanes at this hour. You are seeing crews on scene tending to this one crash here. So again, this is the inner loop 495 heading southbound. You are going to see traffic right in this area here near BW Parkway. So if you're planning to travel in that direction, hopefully they are working to clear that situation up, and it will be clear soon. So hopefully you will be good to go. But again, right now it is looking very slow. And as that sun is coming up, you can barely see the Woodrow Wilson Bridge right now. But I can tell you what, that is clear. Heading southbound along 495, we still have a work zone that's right near Pennsylvania Avenue heading toward Branch Avenue. So watch your speeds in that area, because you'll really see some congestion pop up really quickly right before the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. DC 295, that is going to be slow, but really not too bad. You're able to get through in a decent amount of time. All right, 6:02 this morning, former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer.
Yeah, he was diagnosed on Friday after experiencing urinary symptoms and the discovery of a prostate nodule. Our Candace Cole is live in D.C. this morning with more on the former president's prognosis. Candace, good morning.
Good morning. This news comes after a spokesperson for former President Joe Biden said last week that nodule was discovered during a routine medical visit for the former president. And we now know that cancer has metastasized to his bones. Now, according to a statement from Biden's office, the former president and his family are exploring different treatment options. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer affecting men, 1 in 8 here in the U.S. Screenings for it usually start around age 50, but they typically end around age 70. Treatment options for prostate cancer can include surgery, radiation, immunotherapy, and hormone therapy, among others. Biden's health had long been a source of speculation over the course of his presidency. The good news here is that Biden's cancer is said to be hormone sensitive, making it a manageable form of the disease. Here's Dr. Neva Lubin-Johnson speaking on News Nation last night with more on what that means.
That is an encouraging sign. Prostate cancer is caused because of testosterone levels. And so the hormone therapy would be to block the testosterone. That therapy is called anti-androgenic therapy. And so you want to block the testosterone and hopefully, control the spread of the cancer, and or B, possibly show some signs of it getting better.
Now, according to the Cleveland Clinic, most people who are able to diagnose prostate cancer early have a 99% survival rate. However, that rate drops down to 32% once that cancer spreads. Reporting live in Northwest, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
All right. Candace, thank you for those updates there. 6:05 on Capitol Hill, House Republicans advancing President Trump's big, beautiful bill.
Yeah, that bill narrowly passing the committee vote last night. That bill includes $5 trillion worth of tax cuts, cuts to Medicaid, and cuts to pension for federal employees. It also adds funding for border security and allows for more drilling and mining on public land. One committee member tells us that he believes the passing of this bill is essential.
But the important thing is we give the president the resources and the tools that he needs to implement the America First vision, to make America safer and more prosperous again, and give the American people the confidence that their children will have a great quality of life and the blessings of freedom and opportunity, just like every generation to this point.
Now, there were some holdouts as some Republicans would like more cuts to Medicaid and green energy programs. The House is expected to vote on the bill sometime this week. And happening tomorrow, a rally to tell Congress to invest in programs for infants and their families. Babies and families from all 50 states will be on Capitol Hill for Strolling Thunder. The top priorities will be child care funding and stopping cuts to food and nutrition. The rally is set to start at noon and will happen at the Upper Senate Park.
And developing now in Prince George's County, one person is dead and another in critical condition after a domestic dispute in Bowie. Police were called to Blackwell Lane near Stony Brook Drive and Somerset Park. At the scene, a body was found inside of the home and one person who had been assaulted outside of the home. The victim was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and police say they arrested a suspect and there's no threat to the community. The investigation will be led by Prince George's County's homicide unit. And one man is dead, another is hurt after a shooting in the district. Police say just before 10 p.m. last night, officers responded to the 4600 block of Benning Road in Southeast. They say the man died on scene and another is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The shooting remains under investigation and anyone with information is asked to call DC Police.
And one person was hospitalized, another injured after an assault in Navy Yard that was on Saturday night. Police say a large group of people were acting disorderly after a robbery on Half Street just north of Nats Park. Now, during that robbery, police say several suspects assaulted two people and took their belongings. As of right now, no arrests have been made.
And also developing, a pilot was rescued after a small plane caught fire and crashed into the Potomac River. Maryland State Police say it happened Saturday just after 4 p.m. near the coast of the Naval Support Facility in Dahlgren, Virginia. Crews say a small seaplane caught fire during takeoff before crashing into the river. Crews were able to rescue the pilot and he was taken to the hospital. No word on the pilot's condition as of now, and it's unclear what caused the plane to catch fire. Also, over the weekend in Maryland, two people were rescued after they were found clinging to a tree in the Potomac River. The incident happened on Saturday in the area of Riley's Lock, where they found those two people in the water holding on to a tree. Crews say they were rescued and taken to shore by a rescue boat. They were treated for non-life-threatening injuries, and officials say they were somehow separated from their boat that was swept away due to the river's strong current.
And look at that, a scary scene in New York after a Mexican naval ship crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, 2 people died, 19 others were injured. It is believed that the turbulent waters played a part in the crash. The NTSB is investigating how exactly this happened. Officials are expected to hold a press conference sometime later this afternoon. And it's official, the first ever American Pope held his first Mass. Now, Pope Leo held the inaugural Mass yesterday in St. Peter's Square. Now, he also took his first ride in the Pope Mobile and received gifts. The pontiff used the Mass to call for unity, saying there are too many wounds caused by hatred. More than 200,000 people were there, including Vice President J.D. Vance.
All right, turning now to Metro. Some will soon say goodbye to Metro's Smart Trip cards. That's because Metro wants to make it faster for you to ride the rails. A new way to pay will soon allow you to do so. And DC News Now's Dave Lavelle reports on how the Metro plans to make that all happen.
This is one of the machines you can use to add time to your Smart Trip card. It's a process that takes at least a minute, maybe longer if you don't know how to use it. But Metro believes it's found a way to get you to your train faster.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Sean Moore is a fan of Metro's plan to allow passengers to use their credit or debit card information to get on and off its trains quicker.
I think that's a good idea. That's going to make it more convenient, more easier for me, a more faster process. Hey, I'm with anything that's going to be fast.
Metro General Manager Randy Clark announced on Friday his staff is testing the new system, first unveiled last year.
That's pretty good. Convenient.
Your card information is linked to your cell phone by way of Metro's app. You just swipe it at the gate and you're on your way.
I think it's pretty easy right now, but if it's going to be even easier, that's fine.
Metro said more than 30% of trips are paid for by passengers who tap their cell phones, allowing them to skip the fare vending machines or wait in line to add money to their Smart Trip cards. The new system is expected to be operating by the end of the month and is for Metro Rail only. You'll likely be able to use your credit card on Metro buses later this year. At the Fort Totten Metro Station in Northeast, Dave Lavelle, DC News Now.
All right, 6:11 now on a Monday, celebrating 72 years of U.S.-Korean friendship.
Yeah, coming up, looking at the potentially record-breaking Taekwondo Festival from over the weekend. Plus, they're teeny tiny, creepy crawlers. We're talking about ticks. In our What's Going Around segment, we're going to tell you how to protect yourself from tick bites.
But first, we are taking a live look outside. Jackie, what can people expect when they step out?
Now, out there right now, we are a bit on the cool side, at least for now. Later on today, we'll see temperatures climbing back in the mid-upper 70s. Would be a bit breezy at times. We'll go over all those details. We'll get towards the rest of that work week forecast right after the break.